If you are looking for a new pre-built PC, Amazon is one of the best websites to buy a gaming PC from, but it's also one of the worst ones if you do not know where to search. For that reason, if you want a pre-built PC from Amazon, you came to the right place. I will show you the best gaming pre-built PCs that you can buy from there for every budget and every resolution: 1080p, 1440p and 4K. All the links to these PCs will be down below in the video description, and I will explain to you the level of performance that you can get with each of these systems. With that being said, let's start. With the first PC, we have the next gen gaming PC. This one has the i5-12400F for the CPU and the NVIDIA RTX 3060 Ti for the GPU. Right now it's going for $830, and this system will allow you to play at 1080p high to ultra settings, very high FPS, and you can also use it for 1440p 60 plus FPS on average. In my opinion, this is one of the best values gaming PCs under $1,000 because it will allow you to play any game at 1080p, and you can basically play any game at 1440p as long as it doesn't require more than 8 gigs of VRAM while playing on ultra settings. For you to have an idea on the exact level of performance, on a 15 game average at 1080p ultra settings in very high demanding titles such as The Last of Us Part 1, Cyberpunk 2077 and games of that nature, the 3060 Ti, as you can see, it was able to average 102 FPS. Once again, it really depends on the games, so if you want to see the individual games, you might as well go to TechSpot and see it for yourself. But then when you higher the resolution to 1440p, the 3060 Ti was able to average 74 FPS on par with the 6700 XT. So amazing GPU for both 1080p and 1440p resolution, but just know that you get 8 gigs of VRAM in your GPU, which may have its limitations in the near future at 1440p ultra settings. Then you get 500 gigs of SSD and 16 gigs of DDR4 memory. Honestly, at this price point, I think this is the best PC that you can get on Amazon, and right now there is only one PC left in stock, so in the description I will leave an alternative just in case this PC goes out of stock when it's uploaded. Moving up in price, for $1,000 you can get the Thermaltake LCGS i460T. This one has the 13400F for the CPU, which is one generation newer than the 12400F, and then you get the RTX 4060 Ti, which is the upgraded version from the 3060 Ti. So basically it's one generation better in terms of CPU and GPU. On that same 15 game average at 1440p resolution, the 4060 Ti was able to average 78 FPS, so slightly faster than the 3060 Ti. And then at 1080p resolution, it was able to average 111 FPS compared to the 102 FPS from the 3060 Ti. So you are paying about $150 for a better level of performance in terms of CPU and GPU, but you also get a 1TB of NVMe SSD, which is going to be helpful, especially if you want to download a bunch of games, because 500 gigs of SSD can be filled really fast, so having a terabyte is going to be a better option. In my opinion, this one is better than the last one, and if you have the extra money, no doubt I will go with this one instead. And if you want to play at 1440p high to ultra settings, 240 plus FPS on average, we have the ABS Flax Aqua. This is, in my opinion, right now the best value PC that you can get in the entire market. You get the i5-14400F alongside the RTX 4070 Super for $1,400. Trust me, $1,400 for this system is not that expensive. If you try to build a PC yourself for $1,400, you will actually get very similar performance, so having a pre-built PC that's similar in terms of performance to a PC build at the same price point is actually pretty rare. Keep in mind that right now is on a 13% discount, but even without the discount at $1,600 is still a really good option. The 4070 Super on a 12 game average on ultra settings, once again at 1440p, it was able to average 108 FPS, which is a very high number considering the type of games that were tested here and the settings. Also, the 4070 Super has 12 gigs of VRAM, going to be an issue at 1440p at the moment. You can also use this system for 4K resolution, especially if you are going to be using the upscaler technology from NVIDIA, which is the DLSS, and you will be getting well over 60 FPS on average in high demanding titles, high to ultra settings, but of course it depends on the game and the settings. Then you get 32 gigs of DDR5 memory at 6000 MHz, which is the sweet spot, and it's going to be amazing not only for gaming but also for streaming. And then you get a 1TB M.2 SSD. Honestly, as I said before, this is in my opinion the best value gaming PC that you can get in the market, and if you see it at $1,400, I think it's a no-brainer, especially if you have the budget to buy it. One potential upgrade that you can make down the line is upgrading that CPU cooler, because it comes with the stock cooler from Intel, which is not going to be the best cooler. It's going to get the job done, but for around $20 extra you can get a new CPU cooler that will be a much better fit for the i5 14400F. That's just my recommendation, and don't worry, you don't have to make that upgrade right now. Moving up in price, we have another ABS PC with the Ryzen 7 7700X, which is quite more powerful than the i5 14400F from the last system, and here you get the GeForce RTX 4080 Super. This is a 4K graphics card. This PC is $2,100 at the moment, which is the cheapest PC I've seen with the RTX 4080 Super, and the last PC was so amazing in terms of value that I would not recommend you buying anything in between $1,400 and $2,000. But if you really want to buy, for example, a PC that's around $1,800 or $1,700, you will have those bonus PCs in the description. Going back to this high-end system, on a 12-frame average at 4K resolution ultra settings, the 4080 Super was able to average 85 FPS, making it the third best GPU when it comes to rasterized performance in the entire market, right below the RTX 4090 and RX 7900 XTX, but the RX 7900 XTX is much worse when it comes to ray tracing performance. And then if you want to play at 1440p, well, the 4080 Super was able to average 145 FPS at 1440p ultra settings. So you pick your resolution. If you want to play at 1440p, I believe the 4080 Super is a bit of an overkill, but you can use it to achieve really high frame rates, and you can upgrade your monitor to a 4K one down the line. So for $2,100 here, you get a system that's amazing for 4K gaming. You get a very fast CPU, not only for gaming but also for productivity work and content creation, and then you get 32 gigs of DDR5 memory at 6000 MHz, which once again is the sweet spot, and a 1TB NVMe SSD that you can upgrade down the line if you need more storage. Very solid in terms of price to performance for a high-end system. And then if you just want the best of the best when it comes to gaming, I recommend you getting this Skytech Assure PC with the Ryzen 7 7800X3D, which is the fastest CPU in the market for gaming, and then you get the RTX 4090, which is the fastest GPU in the market for gaming, productivity work, content creation, and ray tracing performance. So basically the best GPU that you can get if you do not care about your budget. This one is going for $3,400, and it also comes with 32 gigs of DDR5 memory and a 1TB Gen 4 SSD, which I do recommend you upgrading if you need more storage. I would only get this system if you just want the best of the best when it comes to gaming and you don't care about the price. And if that's the case, I also want you to consider this Corsair PC, the A100. This one is quite more expensive at $4,500, but it comes with the Ryzen 9 7950X and the 4090. But here you get 4TB of M.2 SSD and 64 gigs of DDR5 memory. This is in my opinion the best all-around pre-built PC because you get the best gaming performance and you also get professional level of content creation and productivity work performance. So if you want the best of both worlds, content creation, streaming and gaming, then this PC is going to be the best one if you do not care about your budget. Remember, you will have bonus PCs down below in the video description. And if you want the best pre-built PC, no matter the website, so you don't care if it's Amazon or a different website, then I highly recommend you watching my video about the best pre-built PCs for every budget and every resolution. You will have that one in the top right of the screen, and trust me, some of those PCs are actually better value than the ones from Amazon because you are searching in the entire market and not just one place. Thank you guys for watching, thank you for the support, and I will see you on the next one.